So, looking at this problem, it says find the equation of the parabola, find 2 points that define the lattice rectum, and graph the equation. So I see the focus is at -2, 0, and the directrix, the line, x equals 2. So I'm just going to graph those first. I know this kind of seems a little backwards to what we're accustomed to, but I'm just going to graph these. So it's going to be here. That's -2, 0, so that's the focus. And I'm just going to write -2, 0 there. And then I also have here the directrix. And I'm going to label that as well. That's going to be x equals 2. Okay, now what I'm going to do from here is this really tells me everything about this equation. Just these two components here. And what I think of in my mind right away is, and the reason why I think of this is because notice this, I have my directrix here, and then I have my focus here, and then from there, I'm able to determine that I know my A now, because my A goes from here to here, and I know this is an A here, and I know the whole distance from the focus to the directrix is 2A. So that just, if you look at our picture here, it's very similar to this one here. Now again, I can move around. One thing that's more important here, since I open sideways, I know it's going to be a y squared. And in general, it equals 4ax. But notice this, I also have a negative here. And remember, I'm going towards the negative x-axis, right? It's like a downwards parabola. I use a negative leading coefficient. Same idea here. So we're going to write this equation for this one now. And since I know where the parabola is now, I can put that, I mean not the parabola, but the vertex, I can put that in as well. So I put that point in. And then our equation then is going to be y squared, right? Because we're opening left or right. And that equals, in general, I'm just going to write the in general formula down. So 4ax. And then I'm going to plug in all of our information that we have. So we have y squared. And we know this is going to be negative because it's opening to the left, which is the negative x axis. And then our 4. And then we have our a, which is 2. Okay. Now it's just always going to be a positive distance because we're just going from one point to another. And then we have our x here. So our completed value or complete equation is going to be -8x. Okay, so that's our part 1. Y squared equals -8x. Now again, it's hard to separate these because I always think of the graphs when I'm actually writing these components out, because it tells me A very easily and gives me all that information straight away. All right, now the next thing we're going to need, and if you look at our graph, we have everything we need except for those 2 points for the lattice rectum to help us with the width of that parabola. All right, so now we're just going to find those. So let's see what we're going to use here. So that means, think about where they're going to be at here. So if this is my F right here, okay, that means they're going to be on that same line somewhere, right? This way, because I got to open up. I'm going to open this way and that way. And that's what we're going to deal with here. So this means to find those 2 points, we're going to plug in -2 in for x. And that's going to be y squared equals 16. I square root both sides. And I get y equals plus or minus 4, which the 2 ordered pairs I get from this are going to be -2, -4, and -2, +4. And then now we can actually do part 3 and just graph this thing as well. So -2, and then up 1, 2, 3, 4. That's going to put us here. And then -4 is going to be down here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's going to put us there. And now we can actually graph this thing. And these are the points for the lattice rectum. Oops. And there's our complete graph. That's the third part. So again, all of our answers. Okay, there's the first one. There's the second, and all of this here would be my third. All right.